Hi guys, it's just me today. The little one is off in nursery, which is what this week's topic was all about. It has been a strange few days, I have to say. We got him into a nursery that's really close to home, so it's literally a 2 minutes drive, and I'm not even exact. It's literally 2 minutes from the house. If I was to go and pick him up walking, it'd probably take about maybe 5 minutes tops to get there. And it's been crazy, I have to say. So last week he had what they call settling in session. So it's just where they go in for about an hour and they just sort of like get a feel of the place. They have been absolutely great with that, and it's really helped that we were there for the first one. So for the first hour, both me and his dad went in together with him, and he kind of like played around while I answered a few questions with the lady who was going to be his main contact. So per the law here, basically one person takes care of three children. They can be less, but not more than that. That's for kids who are below the age, I think, of 4 years or something. But I know for his age group, that's the case. So it kind of helps because you feel like he will be getting a bit more attention. And I think the other kids have been there for a while, so they're a bit more comfortable moving around. So if it's just him, then, he can kind of like get more, one-on-one time basically to help him settle. So we had some settling sessions, and that was last week on Monday. Then on Tuesday, I took him in and dropped him off for an hour. That was really hard. It was really hard for both of us, but I think it's harder for me thinking that he's having a hard time more than anything. But then we had to get him into another session for Friday just to help him again get into it. So it was another hour, and he seemed to be a lot better after when I picked him up than he did on the first day. On the first day I got him home and he just immediately blacked out. I think he had just been crying for so long. I left him for like 20 minutes on that day. I think he'd just been crying for so long on the second day that by the time he got home, he just slept, But he's been a lot better. So this week on Monday, he went in for 2 hours, which was like quite a stretch. But then again, when he came out, he cried a bit when I went to pick him up, but he was quite fine when he got home, and he was just all over the place playing, and he seemed quite happy in himself, which for me is a good sign. For me, it shows me that he hasn't been totally crying and isn't sad about being there, and that I think has helped me sort of like process it. I don't go back to work until not next week, the week after, but I wanted to get him in before that because I just knew there's no way I'd be able to sort of concentrate on my work if I'm thinking about, I've just dropped him off, or he's still not settled in, that sort of thing. So I thought I'd give him at least 2-3 weeks for him to kind of get into the place before I can sort of start back at work. Other than that, it's been fine, to be fair. He seems to be okay. He's not like coming home and being overly clingy or that sort of thing. He is sometimes in the evening when I leave him with his dad, he does sit for a while, and then it's kind of like he realized, oh, mom's not here, and he can kind of like sort of cry a little bit, like, oh, once he's brought to me, he's fine. So I think he's got to a stage where he's kind of understood that me and him are no longer one person. We're like different entities, and so it's sort of like processing that. But yeah, I think it's going fine. It has been such a daunting thought in my head for such a long time. So for it to actually come and for it to be going okay, I would rather have kept him home for as long as I could. But obviously my leave is ending now. So he will be going on leave for a short while, just 2 mornings a week for about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. And then I'll have him with me for the afternoon. But yeah, just hoping to see how it goes on from there, because I genuinely would not want to put him in there for like a full day if I can manage. So it's just trying to see if I can actually manage to do work with him at home. We'll see. But yeah, just a few things you need to kind of like keep an eye out when you're looking for a nursery. I've shared all this on my Instagram page, so if you haven't been there, go there and have a look. But it's small things about having chats with them and knowing who's going to be taking care of him, what is their idea around feeding, because he's going to be having his lunch there and his breakfast. So I had to like tell them this is how we do it at home, and luckily it's pretty close to what they do there, which is very helpful. I like that they have an app as well that sort of updates through the day, so they tell you what time they had a nappy change. Was it a wet nappy? Was it did he poo? Did they go outside? You get photos for all the activities they've done during the day as well. So it kind of makes you feel like you know what's going on. They also have like, you get a sense of what they've eaten. They tell you what they've eaten, how much of it they ate, if they ate at all, if they didn't, what did they refuse. So again, it helps you also plan your meals around the fact that, oh, he had, I don't know, oranges for breakfast, so maybe I won't give him any oranges for lunch when he comes home or for dinner, that sort of thing. So it's a learning curve. It's going to be interesting to see how we get on with it, especially once I get back to work. I have just been keeping myself busy, to be fair. There's loads to do around the house anyway. So the minute he's been out of the door, I've been home and I'm just like cleaning and junking. I've just been eating chocolate and whatever I can do to make myself feel a bit, better. But the time just really flies. It really does. The minute you do 1, 2, 3 things and you realize, oh, it's time for me to pick him up, which is the time it is now, actually. So I'm going to have to cut this video here. But yes, it's been a week off because we were just trying to process all that last week. But this week we're back on, and I'm hoping that we can get back to doing this every week. Yeah, so that's where we are. And I'm going to pick up the little man. So see you guys next week. Bye-bye.